Hello everybody, Cameron here, and welcome to video number 2 for WP Members List and the setup. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to install WP Members List and how to get it up and running on your WordPress installation. So at this time, you should already have some type of WordPress website up and running. Here, I'm just using WPMembersList.us. And this is just going to be a demo site where I'm going to walk you through the process of getting everything set up with WP Members List. If you want to get a full demo, you can be sure to go check out WPMembersList.net. But let's go ahead and dive right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is log into your admin area. And once you've logged in, depending on if you are already using your current blog or you're already currently using your WordPress website, you may see some different things. This is a brand new installation. I just installed this like less than 5 minutes ago. So it's going to be very, very new. And so if you are starting off from complete zero, then this is how it would look for you more than likely. If you're not, then you probably already know how to use WordPress, right? So I'm just going to say no thanks to all this stuff. This is going to be a personal website. This is your site title. I'm just going to leave that the same. If you want to change that, you can change it as you see fit. And then it says, are you going to update your, I'm just going to say yes. To be honest, none of this stuff really matters to me. So I wonder if I can just skip it. No thanks. I don't need any of this stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and click the first thing which you're going to need to go to, which is your plugins. All right, so let's take a quick look at the website. I think this might be one of the ones that says it's coming soon. Nope. So this is just using the stock WordPress, theme. There's nothing on this website at all besides what comes when you install a new WordPress installation. Okay, so what I like to do typically with my WordPress is I like to just get rid of everything because I don't need any of this stuff. All right. And I'm really just mostly focused on getting WP Members List all set up and go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deactivate these plugins. Again, depending on your experience level, this may not even be necessary for you. So I'm going to make sure all these are deactivated. So I'm going to click apply. And I really don't use any of these basic plugins. There are some other plugins that I'll use and I'll show you later on. But for these plugins, Jetpack Mojo, Optima, I don't need any of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and click delete all of these. Apply. Okay. So you can choose to save those if you want to. I just don't even like looking at them, so I remove them. But when you're ready, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to install a new plugin. So as you can see up here at the top where it says plugin, you can just click this add new. All right, and then also over here on the left hand side, you can click add new to add a plugin. And what you're going to want to choose is upload plugin. Now I have WP Members List already saved here on my desktop in the background. So what I can do is I can just click and drag it up over here to the browse and just drop it in, and you'll see WP Members List. If you don't have it on your desktop, wherever you have it saved, you'll just browse it and look for it in your files. And then I'm just going to click install now. Okay, so WP Members List, everything unpacked successfully, and we're just going to click activate plugin. So now WP Members List is all installed, and what it does is it creates pages. So the opt-in forms that you see, basically they're pages, and then they're put into the light box that you see that pops up. So they're going to be typically when you get plugins installed, they're down here or they're in the settings or something. But since we're actually creating pages with WP Members List, they're going to be up closer towards the actual pages. So if you come up to pages and click WP Members List, you'll see that no members list is found. So what we have to do is we have to first create our opt-in forms and everything like that. All right. So let's go ahead and click add new. And we're going to enter the title of our opt-in form, and we're just going to call this the demo. Okay. And WP Members List is broken down into two settings. Okay, we have our opt-in settings, and then we have our thank you page settings. So these opt-in page settings, this is the first pop-up that someone will see when they click on a button or when you embed your actual WP Members List shortcode onto a page or a post. The thank you page is the page that they immediately see once they create their opt-in or once they get their opt-in. So this is what the user is going to immediately see after that. Typically with like Aweber, I'm going to be using Aweber to set everything up. So that's just the example I'm going to be using. Typically with Aweber, inside of Aweber, once you create your forms, you can actually decide what page is the next page that someone sees once they opt in. That does not work with WP MembersList, okay? WP MembersList is going to automatically take someone from the opt-in page to the thank you page every single time, no matter what. And then on the thank you page, we'll get into this more in a little bit, but on the thank you page, we can decide where we want them to go after they confirm that they've been opted in. Okay, so let's take a quick look. We'll go ahead and close the thank you page settings for now, and we'll go ahead and take a quick look at the progress bar and get started with that. And let's also at the same time, let's bring up the WP members list. So if you go to wpmemberslist.net, then you can actually see a couple live versions of the plugin installed, and we'll just go ahead and see what that is like. Okay, so here's a live look at what the plugin actually looks like. So the first thing we're going to see is this progress bar. Okay, this progress bar is completely optional. I've seen it help increase the opt-in rate for my plugin. It's not the only thing that you can really change is the percent and the colors of the opt-in bar, of the progress bar. So if you check this box right here, the progress bar will be, you can check, if you want it on, then you leave the check. You can change the color. I will include in the notes underneath this the color that I actually use, like right here, if you want to use the same exact color. I don't have it off the top of my head, but you can choose the color if you want. For now, let's just use this regular green. We'll just use the default green. Okay, as you can see, you can get access to the full color wheel, and you can actually manually enter the color that you want, and then you can adjust it accordingly as well. All right, and then you want to type in the progress bar percentage. Now, you have to type in this percentage if you want to use the bar. So even if you have this click, but let's say you don't type anything in here, the progress bar will not appear. Or the only thing that you'll see is this like little outline, but you won't actually see the filling of the bar. So we'll just go ahead and make this 75%. All right. And then the bar is automatically going to fill to 75%. You don't have to work. That is handled automatically. So like if we change this to 33%, then the bar will fill up approximately 33% of the way. I just typed in a random number there, to be honest with you. The way I see it is somebody clicks on the link and it pops up. Once they fill this out, there'll be 75% to complete. All they have to do is log in. So that's why I just chose 75%. I haven't like split tested it or anything. I'm sure that will have some type of effect. I usually just use either 50% or 75%, okay? And then another thing, once you get this up and ready, you'll also be able to preview both the thank you page, and after it's published, you'll be able to preview the thank you page and the opt-in page. Okay, next we have, so you can close this little bar here. So I can open the progress bar and then close it once I'm done with the settings. Next, we'll talk about the header. You have a lot of options here on the header. The header is going to be this area here. Okay, we have our headline. So I'm just going to say enter your email, and our subheadline is get free access. Okay, so the headlines, you cannot adjust the size. If you know like HTML and you know how to manually insert the different sizes and different colors for this text box here, you can do that. You can manually enter like the actual HTML code here, but I would not recommend that because it can break the light box. Okay, if the text is too big or if it's too wide, etc., it can actually break the light box and it can break this entire plugin. So I just recommend for now that you just use the basic settings. You just put in your text here and then let WP MembersList automatically fill it essentially. All right. If you want to change the header and the background color, when we go to the next part where we actually can preview it after we publish it, I'll show you what that looks like. And then you can test this as well. So we're all done with the header, and let's go to the button. Now the button is, as you can see, is right down here. Yes, give me free access. As you can see, you can change the color of the button and you can change the wording on the button as well. So what I'll say, let me in, exclamation point. The button background color, again, if you want to get the same exact color I use there, I'll put those in the notes below, but let's just go ahead and use something crazy. Let's go with purple. And the button font color, let's go with, I don't know, black might be kind of tough to see. So let's just go with like this grayish color here, all right? And then an autoresponder code. Now the autoresponder code, you're gonna see how to get this all set up. And the next video when I'm gonna walk you through how I do with Aweber. Again, I use Aweber for setting up WP MembersList, but it does work with majority of other autoresponders and list building softwares and things like that. The Aweber code you're gonna get from your form. So typically, when you're trying to collect an email list, you're going to create a form with whatever autoresponder that you use. And that autoresponder, you can just paste that, you can copy and paste the HTML code for that autoresponder into here. And what this is going to do is basically automatically takes away all the stuff that you work so hard to set up with your autoresponder. And it just uses the light box that you see here. Okay, so no matter what your form looks like when you set it up, and again, we'll go into this in more detail in the next video, but no matter what your form sets up, it's going to look like this. So you just need to make sure that that form has a name, a spot for name and email, okay? And then after that, all you do is copy and paste that HTML code in here. If you already have some type of, list building form set up that you just want to use and you just want to get started right away, then you can copy and paste that into here. All right, I'm not going to do that right now because I want to show you what happens when you don't have it, and I'll show you how to input your Aweber code in the next video. So let's go ahead and we're done with that. So now once you get your autoresponder code in there, you have your button. You're basically all done with step one, which is your opt-in settings. Let's go to the next part, which is your thank you page settings. So this is a page, the light box that the visitor to your website will see once they set up and sign up for your membership area. So first thing we have is the progress bar. Do you want to use a progress bar again? Yes, we want to use the same color and we just use the default green. So we'll keep that. I think we might have made it a little bit darker, but that's okay. And then here I always just make it 100% complete. So we're done with the progress bar. The header again it's the same settings. So we'll go ahead and take the box border. We'll leave that. The header font color, we'll leave that. The headline, we'll just say thanks for signing up. And then the subheadline is see you in the members area. Okay. So we're done with the header section, and I'll show you this in the preview. The page. Now, with this plugin, it can sometimes get a little bit confusing to the people when they sign up. So you want to tell them exactly what they can do right after they sign up. I will show you the text that I use specifically, and then again, if you go to the demo site and you sign up like with WPMembersList.net/opt, then you can see how it works. But I like to explain exactly what happens right here. So I will say something along the lines of thank you for registering for the free WP MembersList demo training. You're just one step away from accessing the live members area. Click the link below to log in using your primary email and password. See you in the members area. Okay, so here what I've done is I just told them that, you signed up, you're one step away, just click the button below, and the button below will take you to the page where you can actually register for and sign into the members area. All right, so we have the button. Now this is very, 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 very important. So if you're trying to set this up right now as you go along with this video, take a second here and just listen to what I have to say to show you exactly how this works. The button text, I'm going to say sign in now. Okay. I'm going to say what I want them to do is once they click this button, I want them to sign into the members area. Now, they won't automatically sign in. What they're going to be basically is going to be redirected to some type of page where they can register, or in this case, sign in for the members area. All right. Again, you can change the button background. The button link, now I'm just using this website, WP MembersList.us. What WP MembersList does, like I explained in the previous video, WP MembersList automatically creates a free subscriber on your WordPress database. So typically, the place where somebody can sign in is yourdomain.com/WP-admin. Now, if you don't have any sort of plugin, if you don't have any sort of membership plugin or membership page or anything like that set up, then this is where they're going to go. Okay, you're going to send them to this. If you have a specific WordPress membership area, like I use with S2 Member, which is completely free, we'll get into that in video number 4. But if you don't have anything like that, you're going to either send them to WP MembersList or yourdomain.com/WP-admin, and they'll be able to log in. If you want to make it as easy as possible and you don't even want them to worry about logging in, what you'll do, instead of sending them to WP MembersList.us, what you'll do is you'll just send them to the content of your, whatever your free content giveaway is, right? So whatever that page is that you have all your materials set up on. So let's just, in this case, it says, I'll just call this members area. And again, I'm going to show you how to set this up in a video coming up in this members area. So let's just call this members area. Members area. Okay. So let's just say I don't even set up a membership site. I just want to give them all the content in here and they can see it here. Okay. Then when they click the link, they'll automatically be sent to wpmemberslist.us/members-area. And I'm going to go ahead and display that link. Okay. And then here in the footer, you can put in some footer text here if you want to. I'm not going to use any of that. But basically now we're all done. We have the opt-in page set up and we have the thank you page set up. And we can actually go see what that looks like. So here's the permalink for our demo of the opt-in page. So we'll go ahead and click that. Here, if we were to just post this somewhere randomly on the website, this is what it's going to look like. Our headline is enter your free email, get free access, and then somebody can simply enter their first name, email, and password. Now, if you remember when we were setting this page up, in the opt-in page settings, we did not use any sort of Aweber code, right? And if you don't have a code here, then you're going to get an error when somebody tries to sign up for your membership site. So for this example, we'll just use Cameron. We'll use mktg with Cameron at gmail.com. And then let's say I set up the password. I'm trying to set up the password of, I don't know why I just deleted that. I'm trying to set up the password of password, and then I click let me in. Now what you're going to see is that from Aweber, Aweber is telling me, hey, this list is not active, so you can't complete the form. Okay, so it's an absolute must every time you set up an opt-in form that you have some type of code in here. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be Aweber, but if you do not have a code in here, you're going to get the same error page from Aweber. Now, Aweber is I just wanted to use a default autoresponder. Most people use Aweber, so I just put Aweber in here. But so if, like, let's say you have Infusionsoft, it's not going to show the list is not set up with Infusionsoft. It's still going to show the Aweber. It's not set up with Aweber, okay? Because that's just the default form that we use when creating this plugin. All right, so you need to make sure that you have that plugin set up or you're going to get this error page. But as you can see, everything else is automatically done. Now, what you can see here is it just says almost there. You know, we have our form. If they're already a member, so if they see this page and they're just looking for a way to sign in, then what you see down here is also a link that will take them to basically yoursite.com/wplogin.php. Now, again, if you don't have a WordPress plugin to set up your membership, which we'll get into later, then that's going to be an error. But for now, you have an opt-in page created and set up once you get that Aweber form in there or whatever HTML form that you want to use for your autoresponder. Let's go back into this and let's take a look at our thank you page. Now the thank you page, as you can see down here, we have a thank you page demo. So we'll go ahead and open that in a new tab. And this is what the thank you page looks like. Again, our progress bar says 100%. Thanks for signing up. See you in the members area. And then we have, thank you for registering for the free WP MembersList training. You're just one step away from accessing live members area. Click the link below. So you can see where we put all that information at in the WP MembersList settings. Okay. And then what I'm going to, if I were to click sign in now, if you remember here, I just said, hey, instead of sending them to a members area, I just want to send them to the page WPMembersList.us/members area. Now, I don't have that page set up. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but that's how you would do it. All right. So that's WP Members List. That's all the settings. Let's just for a second here go through some of this stuff and kind of make it look kind of wild. The header, we'll leave that again. I'll just type this as this is your header. The sub headline would be my sub headline is the best. The background color, and I'm not doing any of this for conversions. I'm just using it to make it look outstanding. So we'll use red and yellow. I don't know if that's a thing. You already kind of saw the button. We're not going to use a code. Progress bar, let me go ahead and disable the progress bar up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put the number in the first one. And then on the second one, I'm just going to disable it altogether. Header, background, color. Show you how this looks a little funky. We'll use that orange. Font color, we'll use that as white. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit darker so you can actually see it. And then if you want to make any kind of changes like that, all we have to do is click update. And then we can go ahead and refresh this page, and we can go back to our demo page here. Well, let's just open these up again. I think you kind of saw that already, but here's the demo. And then here's a demo of the thank you page. So again, here's the crazy color. Now you remember I said if you don't put a number in here, it's not gonna fill in. So you need to make sure that you put that number in, and you can see it doesn't have a number to fill in for the % complete either. So if you get that error, that's just because on the progress bar you forgot to put a number. If you've put a number in here, then it would be correct. Now, like I said, you can make this look all kinds of weird if you want to. And then already a member, it's always going to take them to the WP login, the members area login page. Okay, so there's nothing you can do about that. So just be conscious of that. And then down here, as you can see, I put a little border here, and I made the color white so it's hard to see, and that's exactly what I didn't want to do. But so that's it. That's the features and how to set up and install WP Members List. In the next video, we're going to be going into how to set up Aweber. We'll actually come back to this list, fill it in, and show you how that works. All right. So that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions, you can reach me at my support email, which is mktgwithcameron@gmail.com. And thanks for watching.